Well, as the cold weather kicks in and you're ready to drop from Christmas shopping, a cozy weekend on the couch might be calling your name.
And even in the theater. But let's start with the couch because we've got Virgin River coming back, people. Everybody loves Virgin River. It's so much fun to watch it. Season 6 starts streaming December 17th.
Okay.
It is 19th, excuse me. And it's just a great season. Mel and Jack are finally getting married.
What?
Yes, it's happening, my friends. But of course, there's so much drama going on.
Always.
You know, with the whole community. One of my favorite characters is Brady. He, from season 1 to now, has really evolved with this character. There he is, Benjamin Hollingsworth, who is Canadian. Has been with the series since day one. He is wonderful. We had a really, really fun chat. Lots to say about what's going on with his character this season. Will he or won't he with Bree? I don't know. You people have to find out and watch. But we did talk a little bit about the actual location. Now, for people who don't know, this is all shot in British Columbia. The setting is absolutely stunning, and it is a character. So let's hear from Benjamin talking about that, yes, Virgin River is actually a character in the film.
I always say Virgin River is the star of the show. I mean, no offense to Alex and Martin who play Mal and Jack.
Yeah.
But it is, you know, it's the connective tissue that really sews this sense of community together, which is, I think, the reason why our show is so successful.
Very cool.
Yeah, so look for new season next week streaming. I want to go next to a movie that's opening in theaters today, just very limited, but then it's going to open wide in January 17th. It's called September 5. This is such a brilliant film. I just absolutely loved it. It's set in the 1972 Olympics, the Munich Olympics. And what happened was ABC Sports was broadcasting, but then there was kidnapping and the hostages were taken of the Israeli athletes. So ABC News had to pivot and be newscasters. And so this is all set. The drama is in the control room. It is riveting, and it is so interesting to watch it from this perspective. And also, you know, Peter Jennings was also on the air, and Jim McKay just did a wonderful job of broadcasting this. So I got to talk to director Tim Felberg, and I asked him one thing that really just got me, like, everything is authentic, like from the old telephones to the broadcast. Like, you know, you have to remember back then, it's not like you could just stream it. Like, they had one satellite, that they had to share with all the different networks. So Tim talked about the extensive research. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
We just talked about how important in the way we consume news or the way we are reporting on things today is influenced by technology, and ultimately this film is also a movie about technology from back then. So we wanted to be this then as accurately as possible. So we did a lot of research on, for example, we also could find the original blueprints of the studio. And Julian R. Wagner, the production designer, rebuilt our sets, like trying to stay as truthful as possible to these original construction plans. Also, for me, it was important that a lot of these devices that the cast is interacting with, like these walkie-talkies, telephones, would actually work.
Yeah, I can't recommend this more. I mean, it's just fantastic film. So in select theaters today, but opening wide in January 17th, I highly recommend seeing it.
Okay.
And then lastly, I don't know if people are watching Shrinking.
Totally.
Great series on Apple TV Plus, of course.
So good.
Second season is really, really great. There's a couple episodes left. But I had the opportunity to talk to Ted McGinley. Now, we all remember Ted McGinley from Married with Children and Happy Days and on and on and on. He's been in everything. And he plays Derek, Jason Segel's next door neighbor. We had a fun chat because I asked him, you know, of course he was on The Love Boat. Yeah. Now, I don't know if anybody's watching the new show, Dr. Odyssey, with Don Johnson and Joshua Jackson.
Not yet, but it sounds good.
It is seriously the worst show on television, but I can't stop watching it. It's like watching a freaking train wreck. It's like, I call it The Love Boat on steroids. So I asked Ted McGinley if he would come back as his photographer guy who he played on Love Boat, and he said, sure, I would do that for this series. We were joking around, but he gave me a great little fun fact about the time that he was on Love Boat. So let's have a listen.
You know, it's funny, when I did The Love Boat, they had that character written in because at the time, the cast, the crew was not allowed to go into the staterooms.
Yeah.
And so I was really not part of the crew. So that gave me the ability to actually go into people's rooms. So, which made it so that I could go in and make out with all the girls. It was a lot of fun.
Smart Entertainment Group is where you can find more from Bonnie. It is always such a hoot to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For being
And I'm
with
sharing
us.
my interview with the Queer Eye guys with you for next week, and we'll give it to you, and you can air it. But Queer Eye is now season 9 streaming. So
amazing.
check it out.
Thanks so much, Bonnie. Happy
you're welcome.
holidays.
My pleasure. Happy holidays to you too.
All right.